left. H-back in front of them, serving as a blocker as it's given to Brimhall. He's at the 35. He's at the 30, running through a tackler all the way down to the 25, and finally down at the 24. He needed 2 yards, and he picked up another 16. Brimhall checking in, averaging 10 yards. I beg your pardon, 7 yards per carry. But that average is really jumping up as he has 33 on his first 2. Is now Cantrell drops back. He's looking to the far sideline where he's got his man caught and over the 15-yard line for another comfort fit Denture first down. That's Noah Baum. That time for 11 yards. Both of the receptions had by Cantrell going toward the big senior. And with 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter, no score, but the Lobos are in the red zone. 1st and 10 on the Falcon 14. Move Brimhall to Cantrell's right from the shotgun. He's looking in this direction. Winds up and throws over the middle where Baum was the intended receiver. A little bit of contact near the goal line, but there's no flag. I think that might have been a little bit too out of reach to really inspire any laundry to come out. So make it 2nd and 10. Still in the red zone are the Lobos.
Yeah, you're right, Derek. It looked like if there wasn't contact, it looked like he might have at least stumbled a little bit. But I like the throw. It was kind of into no man's land right there.
Brimhall still standing on Cantrell's right, receiver on either side, including 3 going to the left. Handoff instead goes to Brimhall as he's weaving through traffic over the 10 and finally brought down near the 5. He's got another 7-yard gain. 3 carries for 40 yards now for Camden Brimhall. Quite the start on the ground here for the Lobos. It's actually 3rd down and 3 from the Snowflake 7. From the shotgun, pitch it out to the near side where Brimhall can accelerate. He's over the 5. He's got a block. He's in the end zone for the score. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. And a flag waiting on the 5. Hold the phone. That Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown may not yet stand.
We're down here trying to be behind that when we're just on these goal line things.
It's going to be a hold against Snowflake.
Holding number 88 on the offense, 10 yards. Still 3rd down.
Well, I had suggested that Brimhall picked up a block. I just didn't specify that it was an illegal block.
Well, I got to say, one of the strengths that the Fountain Hills coach had pointed out was the line, and they seem to be running the Snowflake seems to be dominating the line right now.
5 receivers set, empty backfield for Cantrell. Look for him to potentially run on this 3rd and 11 situation. Instead, he drops back, has all sorts of time, starts moving up in the pocket into the end zone, but overshoots his man looking for David McCray. Instead, it's going to be a 4th down, and how big is that holding flag now? Spot where his man could come down with it.
Exactly.
But Sam Crockett now is set to come out and try to give the Lobos an early lead. 9:42 to go. This drive started on the 35, but a holding flag made it putter out at the 15, and his snap is down, his kick is away, and it's up and good. The Lobos take an early advantage, 3-0 over Fountain Hills. The Falcons are going to get the ball next. It's Joseph High School football on NightTalk 106.7 and NightTalk106.7.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beal, providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
34-yard Crockett field goal gives Snowflake a 3-0 lead with 9 minutes and 36 seconds left. Crockett now back on the field and preparing the NPC kickoff when it's time to kick off your college education. Head to Northland Pioneer College. It has the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. 2 men standing on the 5 and getting ready to receive this for the Falcons, who see themselves trailing but fortunate to only be down 3 as Crockett's kick is away. It's low and it's going to be received at the 2. Looking for his blockers, comes up to the 20, steps around one man, gets to the 25, but will not get any further as they're on the return for the Falcons is Jake Barnard. These Fountain Hill Falcons, again, 2-0, haven't been to the playoffs since 2018 when they lost 32-0 to the Lobos. So the next point here at Snowflake is going to be their first in quite a while. Is coming out to do the quarterbacking, Spencer Nelson. And again, keep an eye on 78, Damian Beckman, who's going to try to anchor this line against what could be a pretty aggressive Snowflake front. Expected a bunch of receivers, 4 on the line. Trips going to the right side. Instead, the Gibbs going to go to running back, who's trying to weave his way through all sorts of traffic. Gets a 3-yard gain, respectable 3-yard gain after he had to start making men miss in the backfield. As that's Galvin Lupane there with the opening carry for the Falcons to make it 2nd down. They're going to call it a long 7. Ball spotted at the 27 as huddling up deep are these Falcons. You don't see much of that. But playing a high-powered offense, perhaps the objective just trying to milk as much clock as possible as they again send 3 receivers to the right side. Single man on the left, I believe is Sabian Boone. From the shotgun, Nelson looking at Boone. Ready, catches a low pass and immediately tumbles to his knees for no gain. Boone, a 5'11" senior, and looks like the effort thus far trying to get him in one-on-one opportunities against Hayden Brewer, who's on an island on this near sideline. But difficult to tell who is going to have the upper hand on that one because Nelson's pass was so underthrown. Well, they're actually going to give him a yard on that. So make it now 3rd down and 6 after that completion. Snowflake trying to force a 3 and out after it went deep into the red zone. Only 3 points to show for it because of a hold. From the shotgun, a little offset pistol look. Nelson puts a man in motion right to left. And now hesitates as he gets a good snap, looking over the middle, and he'll wind up send it downward. He's got a man deep with Boone caught into Snowflake territory and forced out of bounds at the 35. Again going right after Brewer. That time it's good for a 43-yard gain.
I got to tell you, that speed was impressive as he just went blowing right past the corner, the Snowflake corner.
Nelson showing a really good touch going down the sideline as well. But let's see how the Lobos respond. As you just talked about that speed, Ron Brewer might have to start giving him a little bit more space. Is now into Snowflake territory for the first time. Ball's all the way down to the Lobo 32, 7:38 to play in first quarter. 3-0 the Lobos lead, and Brewer doesn't look like he's making much of an adjustment in that regard as yet. Nelson now putting man in motion, heading from the left to the right, going to instead give to his running back, as that again looks to be Lupine. Bounces off one man initially, but then 3 more Lobos come over to make sure he doesn't get much. He does cross the line of scrimmage, but it's for very little, if anything. Keep it at 3 yards on just 2 Ks for Lupine. As Nelson trots back into his huddle. And Savian Boone twice. One of those was good for 43 yards to get into the Lobo territory. Now facing a 2nd and 10 as he moves his running back off to his right behind him in the pistol. 3 receivers again going to the right. They pitch it in that direction. Lupine trying to accelerate. He's going to catch the corner. He's at the 30. He's at the 20 and out of bounds after he picks up a comfort fit denture first down. So the Fountain Hills offense looks like it's come to play as this one's shaping up into being a bit of a shooting match. 18 yards on that carry for Lupine. And into the red zone goes Fountain Hills with the ball marked on the 18. 6:41 to play with the clock stopped as he was forced out of bounds. 3-0 Snowflake leading. And again, the Falcons playing without their ordinary kicker as the 3 receivers now pushed off to the right side. Actually, there's 2 with 2 on the near. Fake the handoff, now rolling to the left. Nelson pressured, wants to tuck it now as he's going to put his head down and get positive yardage after it looked like he was going to be potentially chased down in the backfield. Give him 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. They're going to call it 2nd and 8, so shall I. But again, nice play there from the 5'10" junior signal cutter to make a little bit out of what looked like was going to be a whole lot of nothing. Push the ball over the near hash as well. It seems as if here in the early going, Fountain Hills has wanted to keep multiple receivers off on the quarterback's right side. And now the field inviting as much. Savian Boone with 2 catches, good for 44 yards, is going to set up, and again, getting a little bit more space here in the red zone. Man in motion on the far side is making a long run right to left. Handoff is faked. Nelson wants to roll to the right side. Pressure now as he steps back, fires a pass that's going to be grabbed, but it was well snuffed by all of the Lobos. That one will also go for little to no gain. Clayton Smith there with the stop, and I don't think that they can create any yardage for Nelson on that one. Interestingly, he's 3 for his first 3, but 2 of them went for little to no yardage in another 3rd and long circumstance. Last time the Lobo defense saw themselves in this, they watched as Savian Boone streaked down the sideline and was connected with Nelson for 43 yards.
You got to believe they're going to go for something to get that 7 here without a kicker.
Oh, the snap, though, is mishandled by Nelson. He's able to put his hands on it. Now again, moving to his left. He's going to try to find Boone coming back toward the line of scrimmage, but that play was blown up by the mishandled snap. Can't really fight Nelson. That was all from the center. And now, as you had just mentioned, Ron, here comes the backup kicker who's going to be trying from about 32.
Yeah, and the backup kicker is also the backup quarterback. So
Keep an
I don't
eye.
know. What do you think, Derek? Maybe a fake or, a keeper?
Well, it may not be a bad idea, though you had said for those who are tuning in late that there's a lot of confidence in Barnard, who's got this lined up on his far hash. Kick is down, but it's blocked. Somebody got a hand or a hat on that for the Lobos. So after giving up the 43-yard play and watching as a big run put the offense into the red zone, a lot of yards but no points here for Fountain Hills. And with the ease that Snowflake seemed to be moving football before a big holding play, pulled a touchdown off the board. Let's see how big leaving any points is going to come back to haunt the Fountain Hills defense.
I don't know, Derek. I think you're being kind to that young man. I think he kind of shanked it. I don't know how much hand was on it.
Oh, I said hat too. Didn't say it was intentional.
That's gonna play, I'm just saying that's going to play into this game, the kicking troubles there.
5:35 as Snowflake takes over on its own 20, leading 3-0. Cantrell with split backs on either side. Give goes Brimhall. Comes from the right to the left, and he's going to get through the line of scrimmage all the way down to the 40 to the 45 before he is brought down. That is, in fact, Jet McCray, who's going to be credited with a 28-yard run to start on first down and a comfort fit denture first down.
Snowflake just owning the line of scrimmage, rather just chunking those runs plays.
And McCray, just a sophomore, getting that big gainer out almost to midfield. This time it's Brimhall. He's going to go from the right to the left as he crosses into Fountain Hills territory and gets stood up at the 46, but pick up 5. Take a look at these. You got Cantrell, who's 2 for 4 with 18 yards. Baum has both of those. He has 2 catches for 18 yards, but then on the ground, Brimhall 4 runs for 45 yards. McCray on his 1 carry, 28 yards. As they're now facing a 2nd down and 5. The clock dips under 5 minutes to go. Fake the handoff, looking to the left, now coming back to the right. Cantrell without anywhere to go. Now Washington's bomb breaks free and cannot get underneath that one. Make it 3rd down and 5. You've got to credit both receiver and quarterback there for reading each other after it looked as if Cantrell wanted to go to the far side of the field. Nothing doing. And as he approached, Baum broke initially to the line of scrimmage and then tried to get some separation by cutting back away. But that was going to be a tough one to thread as he was going into double coverage. So facing 3rd down, needing 6 according to the scoreboard. Again going with an empty backfield. 5 receivers with 3 coming to the near side. Cantrell drops back, looking over the field and tries to actually caught by McCray as he slipped through 1 tackle. He gets to the 40 and then forced out of bounds after he picks up a comfort fit denture first down. Needed 6, he got 8. McCray with almost all the yardage here as there's 4:36 to go in the first quarter. Snowflake already leading 3-0. But again marching, having converted on 3rd down. Push it over to the Falcons' 39-yard line. Lone man coming to the near side is Eduardo Guevara with 2 men going out wide left and again split backs by Cantrell, who fakes the give to 1, drops back and now pressured. Steps to his left to get a little bit of space, gets a big block, and now he's going to air it out where he's got a man behind the defense. It's grabbed at the 5 and walking into the end zone for the score. Touchdown is no bomb is again found, this time from 39 yards out. After the play, a flag comes out right in front of the Fountain Hills sideline. I believe that they thought that somebody was holding.
Yeah, quite possibly number 78 because he was following the Snowflake quarterback, which I thought he did an excellent job of keeping his hands in the right space just to give him some time to throw.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but the late flag looks like it's going to go against the Lobos. That flag came well after the touchdown. In fact, Baum was almost done with his celebration.
Illegal forward pass on the offense. 5 yards, still first down.
Well, it's not a hold. That would answer that. Well, I couldn't tell you if he was in fact across the line of scrimmage. Hon, did you have an eye on that?
I did not think that he was, but I didn't see it.
Well, at least it wasn't a hold that was thrown so far after the play. So 1st and 15, pushing it back to the 44-yard line. Trips now coming to the right side. Brimhall is in the backfield. They fake it to him. Cantrell's going to keep. He's over the 40 going to the left side, 35, and nearly to the 30-yard line. All of the yards lost on that play, and then some. As on 1st and 15, he picks up 12 on his first carry.
No, Cantrell's a big kid. It took a couple of defenders to get him down.
2nd down and 3 as the Lobos, that time, it's the 2nd time today in the first quarter that they've had a touchdown pulled off of the board because of a flag. Same formation. Actually, no, there's an empty backfield as Cantrell drops back. Late pressure coming as he flips it over the top. And right in the middle of the fence with room to work would have been Brimhall, but the pressure got to Cantrell as he was not able to convert. So they've already been good on third down once, have the Lobos. This is not necessarily a passing situation, needing just 3 yards. And again, the running backs for Snowflake have been doing marvelously. 45 yards from Brimhall on just 4 carries, 28 yards from McCrae on his one. Don't lose track of Cantrell as we just saw. Bunch of receivers down the near side as Cantrell's got Brimhall behind him. Gives straight to him. He's up the middle. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. Cutting to his right. He's at the 20 before he is stood up by 3 Falcons. Needed 3 yards. Gains 13. He's having quite a day. 58 yards on 5 carries. That one is a comfort fit Denture first down. Stops the clock with 2:52 to move the chains. 3-0 Snowflake leading and is again in the red zone. 3 receivers this time to the left side. Try to quick swinger out to the left as it's Baum who's caught. Running it over to 15. Gets through one tackler. He is at the end zone. He is in for the score. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. And this time there are no flags.
Yeah, I counted at least 3 missed tackles on that. Just his arm tackle's not going to bring him down.
Well, he's a big dude too. Is Noah Baum. Listed at 6'2", 190. And having run roughshod over ALA Ironwood and Santan Foothills, I don't know if they have players of this stature. So this might be a little bit of an education as the extra point from Crockett is up and good. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go, and Snowflake now leading 10-0 on Schiller Ford's presentation of high school football on Talk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Border Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff, and it's time to kick off your college education. Move it over to NPC, and you'll pay the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. As Crockett got this one teed up. 2 men waiting in right at the 5-yard line as this one is again angling to the near side where it'll be grabbed. I believe that is Boone as he cuts it along the near hash and then starts serpentining around the 20, 25, and nearly to the 30. So it won't be bad field position for Fountain Hills, which demonstrated that it can pick up yards in chunks, in bunches. Had a 43-yard pass and an 18-yard run. But outside of that, there were 2 passes that combined for 1 yard and 3 rushes that combined for 5 yards. So I think right now, especially with the Lobos picking up yards in both the small and large varieties, the Falcons are going to have to figure out how to manufacture something, if only to keep the Lobos offense on the sideline. 10-0, Snowflake leading. Fountain Hills lining up with receivers on either side. Running back again seems to be Calvin Lupine as a high snap this time brought down, set up a screen over to Boone, trying to get a block. Instead he's going to be met by 3 defenders, make it 4 and 5 as the Lobos had that one snuffed.
You could see Fountain Hills trying to get Boone into the play. It's going to be interesting to see how creative they can get to get him the ball. I don't know, Derek, what do you think? How quickly are these guys going to have to show some offense and to not get, just completely dominated here in this first half?
Well, I think more than that, they just need to show that they can get 4 or 5 yards of play.
Mm-hmm.
As I think that one of the Falcons is having an equipment malfunction. Seems to be Jake Barnard, and he doesn't seem to be aware of what's wrong. There's now somebody helping him with one of his socks, or maybe they're taping a shoe. But in any event, he is off the field. He is one of their bigger playmakers. We've seen him work with the kickoff as from the shotgun trying to start. Well, I don't know what that was, but it got blown up by the Snowflake front. Looked as if the running back, at that time I think was Gavin Fury, was expecting a draw. And I think Nelson was trying to set up the option. But he is going to be brought down for a big loss of 7.
Yeah, I know we talk about this every time we get some Flatlanders come up here to play, but I've seen number 8 come over here several times to relieve himself. And I'm wondering what the altitude is doing to these players. Not to mention, Fountain Hills doesn't have that big of a roster.
I'm joined now by Mike Caldwell.
Nice. The Mike Caldwell.
Facing 3rd and 15 again, trying to get it on the ground, but this time that was again Fury, and he gained 1, but that's not going to do it. And it'll be a 4th and 14 opportunity for Camden Brimhall to come back and receive this punt. He's had a big day on the ground, 58 yards on 5 carries. His team leads 10-0, less than 30 seconds to play. As I did not see who this punter is for the Falcons. Short punt. Brimhall's got to run up to catch it on the 45. Now with some momentum, he takes a step to the left. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's in the open field as he picks up the puck to get to the 20. Flip the foot speed. He's in the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Snowflake. Out mobile auto blast, tripped in the end zone, and it's now a 16-0 advantage as special teams continues to be a big deal with the Falcons playing without their true kicker. $55-yard punt return for Brimhall as Crockett's in to kick it away, and it's good. 17-0. Snowflake leading with but 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school football on NightTalk 106.7 and NightTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified paint technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware, their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Sorry, man.
What'd you see on that return there, Mike?
Well, first of all, it was a great. Brimhall got straight up the field, but then at the end, Braden Lewis had a key block, and it was really tough for him not to clip, but he was smart. He waited for the guy to turn, and it sprung Brimhall for the final 15, 20 yards.
NPC kickoff is going to be fielded toward the goal line. I believe that is Barnard, who's going to try to wait for his blockers to set up, but instead there's nothing doing, so he spins out of one tackler, comes back to the near sideline, and runs over to the 25 before getting picked off,
81.
and a pretty big hit there. Who got him?
Kenny Gasaway.
The Lobos were pretty enthusiastic about his effort, as that is the final play of the first quarter. The Lobos do lead 17-0 after 1. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school football on NightTalk 106.7 and NightTalk167.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court. I promise. At Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
They're big receivers, number 1.
Okay. So this
Start the second quarter, 17-0, Snowflake leading. It looked like they were going to have another big special teams play as they got their most recent points at forcing 3 and out in Camden Brimhall, who's having a big day, 58 yards running and a 55-yard punt return. He's done most of the legwork, literally, to give the Lobos this 17-0 lead. But got to credit Jake Barnard. It looked like he was going to get stopped at the 10-yard line, but somehow stepped out of a tackle and was able to run it out to the 28. So wouldn't have been disastrous field position, but it certainly wouldn't have been advantageous. As Savion Boone going to split wide left with 3 receivers coming to the near side. Fake the handoff. Nelson under pressure again, trying to go over the top of the defense, looking for Boone. Going to come back and catch it. Is he in play, though?
Caden Brewer on the defense on that, on the coverage.
And we watched as Brewer got burned for a 43-yarder. There still doesn't seem as if there's been a signal. Fountain Hills is approaching Snowflake territory as if they could will it into existence. I don't think he was in bounds. I have a terrible angle. The officials are still reluctant to make it official.
The catch is an incomplete pass. He was out of bounds. Second down.
That's that. So thus far, that has been the best offense, though, the Fountain Hills could muster, is just trying to find a way to get Savion Boone upfield. And Nelson thus far has demonstrated that he's got enough of an arm to get it to him. It's really going to be on Brewer to make sure that he doesn't have much of a window to try to complete that, because Boone's looking good as advertised at this point. 2nd and 10. As 3 receivers now on the near side. Boone again isolated on the far. As Nelson fakes the pitch to his running back. Goes over the middle where Barnard's got it at the 40. Still on his feet as he gets to the 50. And a big 22-yard play. No, correction. Yes, 22-yard reception. And there is another case of getting big yardage while struggling to try to find the little ones to manufacture.
Ringer's the one man that finally brought him down.
That's them finding a pretty big opening right in the middle of the Snowflake defense. As there's 11 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second quarter, Snowflake leading 17-0, but as that happened on the opening possession for the Falcons, again, moving the ball in bunches. Keep an eye now on the bottom of your screen. Barnard is going to set up with Boone, bookending him on the far sideline. Looked like there might have been some movement out of one of the receivers, but they set up the screen. Barnard, who misses the first tackler and then gets over the 45 before he's brought down to 43. So that time Nelson doing a great job unloading the ball before the blitz, and then Barnard doing a better job making something out of very little.
Rhett Wingert was the man on the tackle there.
2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain.
So the Lobos had a corner blitz. Kenny Gasway came hard on that, and then Rhett Wingert came over and took out the coverage on that.
Spencer Nelson 6 for 7, 73 yards. Again with an offside pistol. I believe that behind him is Lupine. He's going to get the call, and he is blown up as soon as he gets his hands on it.
Big there by number 7 to that.
Dagan Cates on the tackle.
Loss of 2 yards, going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Going to generously say that was a loss of 2. But it'll make it 3rd down and 7. And this is not the sort of circumstance that it seems as the Falcons want to find themselves, if nothing else, putting themselves in an obvious passing situation that is going to permit Coach Hargrove to really get creative with the blitzes.
Yeah, that Snowflake's been coming hard almost on every play.
2 receivers on either side. Nelson.
Gasway's coming again.
Fake the handoff, but he's going to have to make men miss as he's retreating, still trying to find a way to unload as he comes down the near sideline. It's going to be intercepted, but is he in bounds?
Jace LeSueur on the interception.
And he did pick it up while remaining in bounds. As we're looking at the replay, oh, you can't see it. There's too many people. We're going to take the official at his word there, again conferring. If the play stands, it'll be Snowflake ball at the 37. The play does stand as there's the first turnover. The Lobos already leading 17-0. And you just talked about it. They've been bringing lots of pressure, and that time I think that interception was really created up front.
Oh, definitely. The pass rush really influenced and pressured the quarterback to throw the ball away a lot sooner than he wanted to. And Jace LeSueur made a great break on the ball.
Lobos will start this possession at their own 37.
17-0. Snowflake in front with the ball. 9:42 to play. Falcons won the toss and elected to defer. And the Lobos have been good on all 3 possessions thus far. Again with 2 running backs in the backfield with Cantrell using the shotgun. Going to move the pocket to the right. Now stop, wind up, when go to the far sideline. He's got a man with a little bit of space. It's nearly hauled in, but knocked away at the very last moment. I believe that was Barnard there with the defense. No,
Zadon Boone.
As Noah Baum nearly able to come down with that one. Baum with 3 catches, 38 yards, and a score. He was told before the game that the Snowflake wide receivers since the Valley Christian game have really been challenged to try to play through man coverage. I think that Baum acquitted himself pretty well there as they give the ball to Brimhall. He's going to try to go over the 5 or the far side, get to 45, and is close to a first down.
Calvin Lupinen on the tackle.
Guys, I don't have a roster with me, but number 18 for Fountain Hills is getting wrapped up by the Snowflake training staff. It looks like his shoulder's getting wrapped up with ice.
We don't have an 18 on the roster, I don't think.
18? Well, these gray on white numbers are a bit of a challenge as it's 3rd and 1. Oh, a low snap is bobbled. Now Cantrell's just going to pick it up and run with it. He's over the left of the lane. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Now picking up a clock. He's at the 20. 10 cuts back into the middle of the field and then falls into the end zone for the score. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown.
Oh, he fumbled.
Oh, he fumbled it going into the end zone. And it was recovered by the Falcons. I don't know about that, Mike. I thought that he was definitely
I don't know if it was tough angle here.
All right, we're looking at the replays. He was stumbling around. No, the ball is definitely dislodged. That is an excellent call.
Diesel Geiger with a heads-up play. Wow.
That could very well be, at least at this point, the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. There's a big difference between being down 23-0 and 17-0 and giving your high-powered offense that has been, again, shown that it can get plays in big bunches. An opportunity as we're going to credit Cantrell with, I believe that was 58 yards, but the fumble.
And again, Snowflake's doing a great job of downfield blocking. Noah Baum took out 2 or 3 guys there about the 25-yard line that sprung.
I was waiting for a potential holding flag there. It looked like he may have been in an open field tackle situation.
You know, and look, a lot of times the refs will call that, but because they just see a guy fall down.
Yeah.
But to me, it looked like the defender kind of grabbed Noah Baum and took him down with him. So,
which is a headsy play from the defender to try to bait the official into that flag.
Yeah, more often than not, you'll see the flag thrown on that. But it was definitely a clean block by Noah Baum.
All right, I don't know what that conversation was about, but it has ended. Fountain Hill taking over after the fumble was forced while Cantrell was trying to fight his way into the end zone. It's on this Falcon 20-yard line, again with the running back behind him. Nelson drops back and again pressured, starts rolling to his left, looking toward the sideline, just flips it out of bounds, trying to avoid a sack.
Yeah, Bryce White had to flush the quarterback out. Fountain Hills doesn't have much time to throw.
No, and I thought that potentially there was some angst being expressed by the Lobos sideline, but there were receivers in the neighborhood, and it had definitely gone beyond the line of scrimmage, so maybe I was misreading the situation. But in any event, having started 6 for his first 7, Nelson's last 2 passes have not had much of an opportunity. One of them was the interception, and again, it was a situation where he was running for his life. That time he was fleeing to the sideline, just couldn't find anybody en route. So facing now 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to.
No, they are going to call it.
Intentional grounding on the offense. 10 yards. Going to be also a loss of down.
The bench talked him into it.
So I would be interested to know how that rule is read. If there just weren't receivers over there, is that probably what it is?
If I can remember from last year, I think Greg Chavis was saying that it's almost the intent of the quarterback, and if they rule that's his intent, then they call that.
So angst deserved. 2nd and 20 after the loss of down. We'll go to the far side where Boone's going to catch that one, slip through one tackler, but get tripped up in so doing.
Caden Brewer on the stop.
Caden Brewer's going to need a lot of ice. They're going at him a lot as that one was completed for 8 yards. 81 yards now for Spencer Nelson and 53 yards on 4 catches for Savion Boone. But again, the loss of down on the intentional grounding makes it 3rd and 12 from the Fountain Hills 18. They've shown a few times that they can pick up this kind of yardage. Barnard lone on the near side. They're going to come in this direction. He's trying to block, but there the Snowflake front again is surrounding a ball carrier as he's going to be cut down shy of the line of scrimmage. That was again Gavin Fury, and he is not finding much space to work with.
Wow, that's a great pursuit by the Snowflake Lobos.
So we said after the previous defensive possession that the interception was created up front. This time I think the 3 and out, you again got to just look at that front 7 because they're not giving him any room.
No, Bryce White set the edge, and then the pursuit was there were 3 or 4 Lobos that were on that.
Caden Brimhall already has one 55-yard punt returned for his score. His team's leading 17-0 as he is standing on his own 46-yard line. Pressure coming, it's kicked, it's high, it's returnable. There's blockers in front as he comes up to the 50. He's got one man behind him. He's looking to try to set up his blockers. He gets to the 40, now accelerates to the 30. Trying to cut back to the middle of the field, but there the tacklers are waiting. It's another big return, though, as he takes it all the way down to the 24. Call that a 28-yard turn, and Snowflake already pounded on the red zone floor.
You know, I'm impressed with the Lobos downfield blocking. It's just Wingert, Brewer set the wall there, and they're sticking with their defender and giving the back an angle to go.
Caden Cantrell, 4 for 8, 46 yards. Favorite target, not a surprise, Noah Baum. He has 3 catches for 38, but Camden Brimhall with 67 yards and 2 now big special teams plays in the backfield, as well as Jet McCray. But before Brimhall can get ball, a flag comes out. This may be a substitution.
It's like a
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
5-yard penalty replay, first down.
I should just stop guessing.
Just trying to make it harder on themselves.
that was maybe be patient.
It's not my strong suit. 6:54 to go, and now the Lobos working from behind the chains. Still in the first half. Remind you to stick around at halftime for the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport Report as they got the same formation of the Lobos. This time fake the give to Brimhall. Into the left. It's going to be dropped off underneath. Grabbed by Claire. Picks up the block as he's now moving along the far sideline before he is pushed out of bounds at 13-yard line. Pickup of 16 and a Comfort Fit Denture first down.
Marcus Bentley finally pushed him out.
Oh, he's going to be just short of the first down. So a 14-yard gain. First catch, though, for Claire, as he showed some nifty footwork to get those 14 yards. Now 2nd and 1. Again with the split backs as the handoff will go to the man on the left who's trying to use Brimhall's blocker. Strung out by 4. He turns the corner at the 10. It's a short gain of 4, but it's enough for a first down after J.J. Lerma got his first carry.
Ryan Dykop and Savion Boone on the tackle.
First and goal from right at 10 as the Lobos already leading 17-0. 6 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the second quarter. And Snowflake now permitting itself a little bit of a slowdown. Only one time has Fountain Hills really penetrated deep into Snowflake territory. Alternatively, the Lobos seem as if they need to file for some change of address. So much time they spend in Fountain Hills territory as they again have 2 running backs. Noah Baum now the far man on the left. Cantrell from the shotgun patiently awaits the snap. Fakes it to Lerma, looking to the left, still with time as he goes toward the goal line. He's got his man. It's Baum. It's a score. Another Mountain Mobile out of glass touchdown. This one from 10 yards out.
Touchdown!
I don't know if Fountain Hills Snowflake had noticed, but that was number 8 who's been sick over here on the sidelines, and they keep throwing it his direction, picking on that corner over there.
Number 8 for Fountain Hills.
Yes.
Casey Osborne. As Crockett tried to do the extra point, it was mishandled and blocked. The snap was low, and I think that's Cantrell's trying to get it back down and could not do so. So it'll be a 23-0 advantage for the Lobos with 5:38 to play in the half on Chillo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Looks like
at Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
23-0 as Crockett, who was just victimized by a poor snap, got this one teed up on the 40. Again, Barnard and Boone waiting at the 5. As this one's low and angled toward Boone. Big hop. He has that one off the shoulder pad, but he's able to get it. Now started stepping a couple of tacklers. He's at the 20, 25, before being brought down at the 27. Push it all the way up to the 29. So again, pretty good field position for Fountain Hills. They got gains of 43 yards, 22 yards, and 18 yards. Otherwise, it's been a little bit of a struggle. Spencer Nelson, 7 of 10 for 81 yards, but an interception. His favorite receiver, of course, has been Savion Boone. 4 catches for 53 yards. He's going to come up the near side, the lone man off to the right. Running back will again be Lupine as he gets the call, but as soon as he gets his hands on the football, he is being wrapped up.
Jacob Wagner was. Coming in, I heard you guys talk about the coach of Fountain Hills talking about how good their line is, and not seeing it.
Well, they're certainly having a little bit of a hard time with how quick Snowflake is off the ball.
Yeah, it looks like Snowflake's 2 platooning, and then they're fresh. You look over to Fountain Hills, and they don't have very many players, and Snowflake is probably 2 to 3 deep.
And Ron was telling us that Casey Osborne seems as if he's feeling ill. The question is this an elevation situation or what could be going on? Because that, again, is not nearly as populous a sideline as Snowflake has. The give is fake. Now rolling to the left, trying to find somebody to unload it to. Nelson kind of throws this one toward Barnard's ankles, and he's having to do so because of the pretty good coverage. that was not providing him with much of a window, so make it 3rd and 12.
And then you got Bryce White that's hot on his pass right there.
But again, it's hard to fault the playmakers, especially looping. You're a running back, and as soon as you're putting your hands on the ball, you're getting wrapped up. There's just nothing you can do. Yeah. Same thing with Spencer Nelson, though, but he is being forced to move the pocket basically sideline to sideline to try to give himself a chance just to find somebody. It's not an advantageous throwing position. So an obvious passing down at 3rd and 12. Looping going to be behind his quarterback and off to his right, as is Boone, the lone man on the right side. Fake the handoff, looking to Boone, again coming along the sideline, where this time it's going to be nearly intercepted but broken up.
Jason Swear,
who had the interception, but he nearly picked off another. So 3 and out after the Lobos have only been kept off the scoreboard once, and that was when they fumbled it into the end zone.
A little technicality right
yes, that is the difference between this 23-0 and a potential 30-0 score. As Camden Brimhall now standing at his 32, he already has 2 big returns to his credit as Barnard. With time, that one might have been deflected as it's angling out of bounds and will be, I believe, around the Fountain Hills 45.
Isaac Watkins made a nice catch on the sideline for a defensive lineman.
They're going to mark that out of bounds at the 42. The Lobos beginning another possession in Fountain Hills territory. As Snowflake got the scoring started off of a 34-yard kick from Crockett. Then an 80-yard drive was punctuated with a 20-yard touchdown pass to Baum. The punt return from Camden Brimhall was good from 55 yards out. And then most recently, Baum from 10 yards out completed that one. As a little Statue of Liberty action is Cantrell now going to run it up the middle, step to his left as he has a comfort fit denture first down and a big collision. Finally ends that play. I believe that was Barnard. Nope.
That was Diesel Geiger on the hit. Well, I don't know if he was on the hit. He's on the recipient of the hit by Cantrell, it looked like. But he's still in there.
Yes, he did.
He faced up.
The officials have this one right now showing 2nd down. No, they say move the chains. It's a comfort fit denture first down. 8 yards now for Cantrell. And 58 of them coming on a nearer touchdown. But the Falcons were able to put a hand on the ball, and they punched it out and fumbled it away. Now from the 32-yard line with 4 minutes to play, pitches to the near side where Brimhall looking for some blocking help, but a pretty good job swarming to him, but not before he gains 7 yards, maybe even 8 or 9.
Damian Beckman did a great job of getting down the line and catching up.
8-yard gain, and again, it looked as if the Falcons had done a pretty good job getting to the point of attack. But the Lobos had already run so many blockers upfield, and Brimhall so fast in his own right. 8 yards later, it's just 2nd and 2. 4 receivers set, and it looks like the Falcons need to think about it. Taking a timeout with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. 23-0, the Lobos lead. Coming up, face a 2nd and 2 deep in Falcon territory. And Shoulder Ford's presentation of high school football on NightTalk 106.7 and NightTalk106.7.com.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goal and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
23-0, the Lobos leading with 3:24 to go. First time out from either side just taken as the Falcons again coming in 2-0. Wins over ALA Ironwood 35-12. And then at home over Santan Foothills 45-13. But they're facing a bit of a different animal as Cantrell set with a 4-receiver look, 3 going to the far side. Baum, the lone man on the left. Now man coming in motion. Going to come into the backfield and get the call. That's Jet McCray who's going to go to the left side. Needed 2 yards. He gained 3 and has a comfort fit denture first.
JT to Spain on the tackle. That sounds like a Snowflake kid.
First down.
Maybe a transplant.
That's right.
I thought I was reading the wrong roster there for a second.
1st and 10 from the Fountain Hills 21. Shotgun snap, moving the pocket to the right side. Now throwing that across his body. A tough throw there, and it's grabbed by Claire is going to be very close to another first down, but what an athletic play there by Caden Cantrell.
You know, what a difference between the time that Caden Cantrell has and then Nelson has on Fountain. It's night and day.
2nd and 1 from the 12. This time dropping straight back, but forced to move to his right side. Now thinking about running it. He's actually going to tuck it. He moves to the right side. He's at the 5 before he's finally brought down very close to the goal line, but will have a comfort stench for first down.
That'll be first and goal from about the 4-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. So Cantrell now with 88 yards on the ground, 79 through the air. And from the quarterback position, he just looks so much bigger than most of those Falcons.
Yeah, and then faster. You know, he's bigger and faster. That's kind of I was small, but I was slow.
That's a bad combo. First and goal from the 4, already leading 23-0, 2:23 to play. This time give goes to Brimhall. He's got to make a couple of moves to get to the line, and then another one to step to his right and get into the end zone for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown. That's his first touchdown from the offensive side. He had the one on the 55-yard return. And right now, he and Cantrell are having quite a little back and forth to determine who is going to be the Alabama's hungry player of the game. Zach Crockett this time with a better snap to work with, has this kick up and good to make it 30-0. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining until halftime. The Lobos are up big. It is Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on Night Talk 106.7 and NightTalk1067.com.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Alberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Alberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in Shola, Wagon Wheel, Pinetop, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Alberto's, real, fresh Mexican food.
30-0. This Lobos lead again have only been kept off the scoreboard one time. And that was when Cantrell had run 58 yards and lost the ball as he was trying to cross the goal line. This is the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, head to NPC, lowest tuition in the state, as this one's going to be wisely allowed to go into the end zone for a touchback.
You know, Derek, so I was just curious to see what the wind would look like, but the flag is totally still. So that's an impressive leg.
You've seen a lot of that from Crockett last year. As this now his senior campaign. So starting on the 20, they have been in Snowflake territory but once. Trailing 30 points, the Falcons. Again, we're going to run Spencer Nelson out there. He's 7 of 12 for 81 yards. And after getting victimized a couple of times, Caden Brewer primarily has done a pretty good job defending Boone. They're going to go away from him, moving this one to the left. Look in that direction before his time runs out, and he's going to get popped. Waiting to see who got that one. I think that was Garrett Flake.
65.
I don't know if that was 65. I thought he was run over by Flake, but I might be wrong. As that was a loss of 8 to make it 2nd and 18. And right now the Falcons seem as if they're just trying to bleed as much clock as they can and go into the locker room trailing no worse than 30. Push this all the way back. Well, it's just 2nd and 15 from the 18, not 2nd and 18. So still a little bit of a tough row as this one will be connected to Boone. He's going to step away from a couple of tacklers to give himself some space to accelerate over the original line of scrimmage all the way down to the 23. Picks up 8.
Matthew Brimhall is on the tackle.
So that'll be 4th down. They're calling it a short 6. 3rd down correction with 1 minute to play. As that was some pretty nifty footwork there from Savion Boone. They're just having a hard time getting to him. And again, going back to that far side, Snowflake is just letting their two corners play their sides of the field. So it's been both Brewer and LeSueur who have been getting equal time on Boone. And right now it looks as if it's going to be Brewer as they're dropping back and looking in that direction again, just floating this one up, and he's going to get a little separation after it looked as if Brewer thought he was going to be able to pick that, but instead it'll be hauled in for a long gain, and Comfort Fit Denture first down is back into the Snowflake territory. Goes the Falcons.
Yeah, it looked like Caden Brimhall just misjudged the ball right there because he was there. He just came up a little bit short on that.
That one good for 27 yards. Boone getting close to the 100-yard marker. And that makes this final 30 seconds a little bit more interesting, as I would imagine they're going to dial up something like that as they fake the toss this time, going over the middle where it was a little bit too hot. The man was open and could have had a little bit of space to work with it, but instead it's going to bounce off his hands and incomplete, as I believe that time the intended receiver was Geiger.
Looked like Marcus Bentley. 25. Those numbers are.
Yeah, they look sharp, but they're hard to see. 26 seconds with the stop clock, 2nd down and 10. So much concern to the sidelines with both Barnard and Boone that the middle of the field is wide open. Is this time looking toward that sideline, but it was deflected at the line, trying to get a screen set up to Boone. So 3rd and 10, but still with 22 seconds to work with. Here's a little bit of a question, though. If they don't convert it here, do they go ahead and kick it? Else you're going to give the Lobos 3 timeouts, potentially 15 seconds, and a big armed quarterback.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see if Fountain Hills actually runs it, if Snowflake calls a timeout or stop the clock.
I would think that, especially with Savion Boone now lined up on the near side, and a quarterback who's got 50 yards worth of arm, but instead they're going to go toward Barnard, who's going into double coverage, and that is not going to be hauled in at the 20.
Nice job by Brimhall.
Oh, Brewer.
I'm sorry, that was Caden Brewer.
So 15 seconds left, and it's 4th and 10. And it doesn't look as if a kicking unit is coming out there. Snowflake does not seem to be anticipating a punt. Yeah, well, maybe. And the Lobos still not sending anybody back to receive in any event. As Nelson, no, he's not kicking it as he fakes it to the sideline. Now tries to throw this one out where it's going to be intercepted at the 30. Snowflake with some blockers is cutting it back to the middle of the field, still on his feet over the 50 before being brought down at the 45.
Braden Lewis looks like on the interception.
So the Lobos will have 3 seconds. Already leading 30-0. I'm anticipating a knee. Just take this into the.
I think they're going to go to no bomb.
Why not? He's out there. He's getting ready to go to work on the near side. Again, 3 seconds. The Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report, where we'll tell you what has happened, and we'll try to tease who may be the winners of the superlatives. As it looked like they were an offensive lineman short.
Mason Reed had.
But he's hustled out there, and this from the under center,
right, yeah.
They're just going to run this one out. And the Lobos, again, only time that they were not successful getting the ball into the end zone or through the uprights was when it was fumbled into the end zone. This has been quite a dominant first half for Snowflake.
You got to be impressed by Snowflake and just their all-around speed, their size, their quickness.
They're leading 30-0 here at intermission. The Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport Report is coming up here on Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk167.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontic technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives. Hungry for a win? You're hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Alberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Alberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in Show Low, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Alberto's. Real, fresh Mexican food.
Want to go fishing? Head to
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Low Ford. That's right, not only do they sell it, Show Low Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Low Ford has the best deal. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
At halftime, the Lobos lead Fountain Hills 30-0. As Snowflake got the ball first, Fountain Hills won the toss and elected to defer. And looked like they might have a little bit of some defensive moxie that they could throw around after Snowflake watched the opening kick go out of bounds, took over on 35 to begin the ball game. Wound up going 39 yards. It seemed as if they had punched it into the end zone, but a holding flag called it back and wound up settling for a Crockett 34-yard field goal to make it 3-0. After watching a couple of big plays take this deep into Snowflake territory, Fountain Hills wind up not being able to capitalize after a lengthy drive, and a touchback resulted in a missed field goal resulted in an opportunity from the 20. And an 80-yard drive was culminated with a 20-yard pass between Cantrell and Tom to make it 10-0 at that point. Then a 3-and-out set up a big return opportunity for Camden Brimhall, who at that point had already made an awful big impact running the football on the offensive side. Caught it going forward at the 45 and wound up running 55 yards out for a score to make it 17-0 at that point. Following another 3-and-out, Caden Cantrell had kept it, called his own number, went over the left of the line, had run to the sideline, cut it back toward the middle of the field, and tried to split two defenders. But as he was approaching the end zone, had the ball knocked free, fumbled it into the end zone where it was recovered by one of the Falcons. That was the only instance when the Lobos did not get points out of a possession. And again, had Cantrell been able just to keep his mitts on it, it was going to be a big run for a score. Instead, taking over on the 20, the Falcons have not been able to do much outside of a couple of big passes. And after they returned it to the Lobos, you're going to see two more touchdowns. Noah Baum was first off when he got connected with Cantrell from 10 yards out to make it at that point 23-0. The extra point was not good, but then again benefiting from a short field. Camden Brimhall got his first touchdown from the running back position. That one from 4 yards out to make it where it is now 30-0. It's difficult at this point to say, Mike, what Fountain Hills could try to do, as it seems as if Snowflake's front is really pushing around everything the Falcons are trying to do.
Yeah, Derek, they're really controlling the line of scrimmage both on the offense and the defensive end. And then when Nelson does get outside of the pocket, Snowflake's defensive backs and linebackers are fast too. So, I don't know what they're going to do. It's pretty tough.
And it seems as if the best thing they could do to try to slow the Lobos' attack would be to try to just grind out a drive. But we've been talking about, especially in the second quarter, where it doesn't seem as if the Lobos are losing any of their step. And Fountain Hills does look like playing in the elevation is having a little bit of a toll. But still, as soon as the running backs, especially Lupine, is putting his hands on the football, he's getting tackled. It's not as if he's not taking advantage of holes. It's as soon, and I'm not embellishing this, he wraps his hands around it, he's getting brought down.
No, he doesn't have a chance. Snowflake's linemen and defensive line are so athletic and big, and they're not big kids. They're not, where Fountain Hills has the size advantage on them, but Snowflake is just quick, and they look like linebackers or defensive line. So.
You also got to look at Spencer Nelson, who has been able to put together a pretty impressive first half, where he is 9 of 17, but 2 interceptions, 117 yards, and a lot of it is just throwing jump balls to Savion Boone, who's done a great job coming down with those 88 yards on 6 catches. But again, send a huge shout out, particularly to Caden Brewer. The first big play, there's from 43 yards out. It looked like he was caught flat-footed, not really sure of what to do with all the athleticism that Boone was going to come at him. Since then, he has not been really providing many windows to throw through. Any completions that have had between Nelson and Boone have just been because they have made perfect plays.
Yeah, that's the thing. And Nelson, I feel bad for Nelson because he looks like he's got the arm talent, he's got the touch, he's got he can throw it deep. He's just running for his life and just kind of scrambling, and he does make some plays, but it's pretty tough for him. On the other hand, you got Contreras back there sitting. Sometimes he's just standing still, and so he's got his choice of receivers, and he's got all day to throw.
His team's leading 30-0 at halftime. We will continue our conversation after this. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road, Lakeside, or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware, their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives. Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Alberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Alberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in Cholo, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Alberto's, real, fresh Mexican food.
30-0 Snowflake leading at the half. To give you a Blue Ridge score, the Yellow Jackets are leading Santan Foothills 14-12. Missed a field goal and had a touchdown called back to penalty, so it could be quite a bit more. But 14-12, Blue Ridge leading. Had Brown Valley beat up on St. John's yesterday, a ball game that you both saw and heard right here on iTalk 106.7 or iTalk1067.com. That final was 62-20. As this one right now, looking again like the 3A East is really, I don't know what to say. As soon as I started saying it, Valley Christian, of course, benefited from a 108-degree game time temperature against Snowflake, which most coaches are going to say, come on. You know, both teams had to play in the same circumstances, but everybody was talking about how hot it was going to be up here. At game time, it was 77 degrees.
Well, just like you mentioned earlier, Fountain Hills, you could say, well, Snowflake's dealing with the altitude. Well, they're used to it, so it's the same concept. Fountain Hills is not used to the altitude, and Snowflake's not used to the heat. So yeah, they're both in it, and they're both having to play in those conditions, but your body does adapt to it, so there's definitely an advantage.
What do you think here as we take a look at what we'll continue talking about in the postgame, but the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game? For all your glass needs, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. It just, again, we kind of copped out yesterday with saying that the Round Valley defensive front could potentially have been the Alberto's player of the game, but right now I think there's just been so many hard hits that every play you kind of feel like they're shattering glass.
Yeah, definitely, and if I had to say, it would be Caden Cantrell running over, I believe it was Geiger. So that's what I'd have to go with.
From the offensive side.
Yeah.
See, that's why you're here, man. You're shifting paradigms.
Yeah.
How about the Deemers, Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game? Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. When it was 17-0 and Cantrell had fumbled it at the goal line, we suggested that could be, but as of this point, I think we got to go to the 55-yard punt return from Camden Brimhall, because that really has set the tone where the Lobos just been unrelenting. Yeah,
that really got the ball. I mean, they were up, I believe, 10-0, but that really just kind of sprung it open, and you can see the Fountain Hills kind of let the life kind of out of them there.
And then we got so many Snowflake Lobos we could choose from for the Alberto's Hungry Player of the Game. Alberto's real fresh Mexican food. Cantrell, who has been able to go through the air and on the ground to get 170-ish yards. Brimhall, 79 yards on the ground, including that 55-yard punt return and a 25-yard return. They had to set up another short field. Those two seem as if they are making a huge impact. Let's not forget Jason Swear. He's got one interception, nearly had two, and he, as well as, Caden Brewer, have really been doing a great job from their cornerback positions.
Yeah, and then again, you don't want to do a cop-out, but man, Snowflake's line is, their offensive line and their defensive line is just creating havoc. And so it's a pretty well-rounded, they look like they're in mid-season form to me.
Going to have the second half coming right after this. 30-0. The Lobos are leading. It's Show Ford's presentation of high school football on Night Talk 106.7 and Night Talk 106.7.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
He's just not real social.
No. Yeah, he's kind of awkward.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have used
that.
that.
Here we go. 30-0. Snowflake leading.
Yeah, there's some.
As everybody was having a totally normal conversation off the air, and we are rolling. The Falcons won the toss and elected to defer. Now, there has been a flag that's been sitting in front of the Snowflake sideline, and perhaps we're going to get an explanation. Well, first thing they're going to insist is that everybody get on the right sides of the field.
I'm curious to see what this was.
It has been sitting on the 45-yard line right in front of the Lobos sideline. So now they've moved it out to the 50. And we'll go ahead and get it out of the way, but this is going to be the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, head over to NPC and pay the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona.
At the end of the half, we have a dead ball, unsporting-like conduct, going to cause an ejection. It'll be 15 yards kickoff.
Somebody was ejected? Was that the way you understood that?
I
Going to
didn't
cause
catch it.
an ejection. Like eventually?
That was over my head on that one. I didn't see it.
This is qualified as soothsaying, I guess is what I'm saying. This is going to cause an ejection.
Huh. Good thing we got Ron down there.
I want lottery numbers. This is how we're going to call this stuff. So this is going to, okay, so it was against Fountain Hills. So we have, well, because they moved that all the way to the 45-yard line of the Falcons. So Crockett got to go ahead and attempt to put it through the uprights. He's got the leg. So we really don't know what.
Okay, I have the word.
Oh, bring it on.
So what we had was a Fountain Hills coach came down out of the booth hot and ready to talk to some officials just before half, and they took exception to the talk.
Well, I can understand how, with his team trailing 30-0, that I can't believe that there's been any one flag that has made that much of a difference. As there's two more that come out, but it's going to go against the Lobos, as it looked as if they were.
Defense, 5 yards, still first down.
You know, it's been a pretty flag-free game,
yes.
really.
I'm kind of mystified by that news from Ron Everingham on the sideline. But
maybe he's seen enough.
There is a give that is going to go up the middle before 5 Lobos are going to close the hole promptly. It will be a 1-yard gain.
It's like Jacob Wagner.
Hey, Derek.
Yep.
You think they'd kick me out?
I don't know what
Send me
you have
home?
to say. You have too stellar a reputation. You can say something terrible and they just think that you're joking. Second down, and we're going to call it 4. I disagree with the scoreboard. I think that Lupine clearly had some positive yardage as he's now behind his quarterback and off to his right. Bernard now the single man on the right side, and flags as this time the defensive front giveth, but the offensive line taketh away.
5 yards.
So second down, they're calling it 8. It was looking to be convenient.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right, not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
I got this. Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
You think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
High school, the Lobos are leading Fountain Hills 30-0. There was a power outage that influenced the score booth. About half of the lights. The score was good for 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5. 10 of 18 now is Barnard, as Nelson has 122 yards. Jake Barnard, that is his 3rd catch. He has 33 yards. 2nd and 5. Again, we can't give you the time. They're keeping that on the field. But when
he forced him out of bounds with Brimhall coming up to make sure he went out of bounds, Matt Brimhall. But Bryce White has been on his tail the whole time. So
4th and 3 from the 38 in Fountain Hills territory, trailing 30-0. Do you just... So back comes Snowflake offense for the first time today, taking over with, I'm going to guess, somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 or 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Already
tackling the football.
I think that was an 18-yard gain and a Comfort Fit Dentures first down. But 3rd down, and it looks like 9 from just outside the 10. As the Lobos trying to get on the scoreboard first here in the second half. Already with a 30-point lead. Everybody standing along the line of scrimmage looking into the sideline. And they're going to use a timeout. Here come the Lobos. Receivers on either side of the line. Split backs on either side of Cantrell with a man in the slot off on the right. Cantrell drops back short, pump fake, looking to his left, now into the end zone. He's got a man, and he just overshoots him a bit, incomplete.
No, a bomb.
Because I'm hearing something right now. Crockett in to try another field goal, as he was good for his first from in the neighborhood of 34. High snap is down, the kick is away, and it looks good and ruled to be so. 33-0, Snowflake leads, as it still has just been good on all but two possessions. One of them took a knee with 3 seconds remaining in the first half. So the Lobos are up 33-0 on Cholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Comes a Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, head over to NPC. It has lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. As back to receive for the Falcons, Savion Boone and Jake Barnard. Crockett, who had blasted one to start the half after a 15-yard flag was whistled against one of the Falcon coaches, has this one kicking and angling toward the end zone, and it will bounce in for a touchback. Like you had pointed out, Mike, not a lot of breeze, but there's something about this direction that really has him a little bit, I don't know what the word would be, frothy.
It's definitely working for him. He's got a powerful leg, and that's a great weapon for you. Not only on the kicks, but to be able to kick a field goal when you need to.
So again, starting on the 20 because of that aforementioned leg, the Falcons coming out with Spencer Nelson, who's 10 of 18, 122 yards, but 2 interceptions. Have not yet been able to get it into the hands of Boone. As they're huddling up, I do not know how much time remains in the third quarter, but if I, again, was to guess, I would probably say it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 minutes. There's 3 receivers on the line for Fountain Hills. Ball fake, dropping back, looking in this direction. Has it blocked, broken up from behind as it's knocked away. Is that LeSueur?
That's Jace LeSueur again.
He says, I want to remain in the running for the Alberto's Hungry Player of the Game. As that was a pretty nifty breakup. It looked as if Boone was comfortable with the space that he'd been able to find himself.
Yeah, that's a couple times Jace LeSueur he just has a good knack and a good instinct and a good break on the ball. And then he reaches the ball at the high point. His timing's really great.
So it's 2nd down and 10. 4 receiver set with 2 on each side. Pitch is going to the far side where Lupine is going to turn the corner, dive forward, but after just a short 3, maybe 4-yard gain. So in addition to a 21-minute delay because of a power outage, it now seems as if there's a skunk underneath the stands.
Maybe he was the cause of all the.
That's
maybe he got
swerving to miss the wildlife, running into light posts and things. 3rd down, they're going to call it 5. 35 yards now on the ground for Calvin Lupine. As there's again a 4 receiver set, short drop from the shotgun. Nelson this time looking over the middle where his man is had at the 35, and a comfort fit denture first down for the Falcons from Fountain Hills.
It looks like Diesel Geiger made the reception on that. When the Falcons have time, they're able to do some stuff. Nelson's got a great arm, and that was a great job of Geiger coming back to the ball.
And again, with the vacated middle of the field, so much attention do the Lobos have to pay to the sidelines with Barnard and Boone bookending one another.
You know, it looks like they made some good adjustments coming out of the half. They've had a couple of good drives.
So 30-0, they trail. And again, somewhere in the third quarter we remain as Nelson with the short drop from the shotgun. Pressured, steps away from the rusher. Now he's moving to his left. Got another potential tackler coming toward him, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah.
And again, there's the flag thrown late as there was just nobody home. Nelson trying to avoid the sack and winds up grounding it for the second time today.
So it does look like it's the intent that they look at,
Yeah.
because he definitely got it past the line of scrimmage, but there definitely wasn't a receiver in the area.
Intentional grounding here. 15 yards, lost it down.
Good night. That's a 15-yard flag. I didn't know that.
And lost it down, so that's
would
costly.
Make it 2nd and 25, as this will push it all the way back to the Fountain Hills 25. 30-0, the Lobos are leading, and now way behind the sticks. And I think that's looking like it's 2nd and 20. I think that's only a 10-yard flag.
Yeah, it looks like it looks definitely more than 10. Maybe, you know what? It's from is it a spot foul?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, they're on the 25, and they need to get to the 45. So this isn't 20. 2nd and 20 after the loss of down. Man in motion coming from the left to the right as Nelson from the shotgun. Again with the short drop. Again pressured. Throws this one out. Had by Boone. Looking for some blocking help as he gets over the 25 to the 30 before being spun down. Well, he's still on his feet. So a gang tackle there from the Lobos. And they get all of the yards lost, well, most of the yards lost. A lion's share of the lost yards, as there's 8 on that pickup. 138 yards now for Boone, as he has gone 11 for 21. I beg your pardon, that's Nelson. Boone has 96 yards on 7 receptions, but now facing a 3rd and 12. From their own 33. The Lobos, with all of their coverage within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, as they got 2 receivers again on either side. In a passing situation, Nelson's going to get hit, fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Snowflake.
Looks like Jordan Mowers was the one with the big hit.
Excellent replay there showing Bryce White.
So he's been in the backfield the whole night. You know what I've noticed is Snowflake, they've quit bringing pressure, but they're able to just get enough pressure with their front linemen, and they haven't had to bring any pressure or blitz.
Now we got the white hat talking to a linesman. It'd be kind of them to kind of at least show us with a gesture how many minutes remain. But we're in the third quarter, that I am sure, and it is 33-0. Snowflake all over Fountain Hills right now. Is again split backs and a man coming in motion out to the backfield to the near side. Instead, the handoff will go to Brimhall, who tries to find some room on the left, but is brought down after. Well, he actually fights his way out for about a 5-yard gain. Camden with 93 yards on 10 carries.
And that's J.D. Despain on the tackle for the Falcons.
So second down. Keep looking at the scoreboard. There's nothing there. There's nothing to see. Again with 2 running backs on either side. Cantrell with a quick snap and throw over to one of his receivers. He's going to run to the right side. He's got a first down as he moves over the 10. Splits a tackle, and he's into the end zone for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass score.
Eduardo Guevara is the man on the reception. 22.
And that one was from 15 out? 16? Let's call it 16.
Cantrell's done a great job of spreading the wealth and hitting different receivers.
Crockett coming in for the extra point. And that one's blocked. So the score now 39-0 here in the third quarter. The Lobos leading big. Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College.
So back come the Falcons. They were able to pick up a first down and on what was actually a passing play. As there's some pressure and running into him. Here comes the flag. Let's see if that is a 5 or 15-yard variety as Snowflake now bobbles that one, and the Lobos do fall on it. The line of scrimmage was back at the 15-ish?
Yeah, 16.
So that ought to 39-0 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school headline. Oh, he's talking to our own Ron Edringham. So I think that Ron is going to try to keep an eye on the
5 yards, still second down.
Remains second and goal, but now from 15 yards out. They've been breaking with 4 receiver sets. And Savion Boone has been coming to the left all alone, and he will again be matched up with Jace LeSueur, but again with Flake lurking over the top to try to provide some help. Tripp's going to the right side. Fake the handoff, is looking to the left, pump fake, now trying to go toward the goal line, but it's going to be brought down, intercepted. Oh, and
he thought he was in
the end zone, and he just downed the ball at the 3. That was picked off. Fake it to McCray. Instead, they're going to throw it to Baum. He's got the catch around the 10, steps inside, then goes back out. He's at the 20. One man to beat along the sideline. Now there's some safety help coming as at the 40. Looking for a block as he gets over midfield. There's Baum running through a tackler as he's coming to the near side. He's at the 35. At the 30 before he is finally to another Comfort Fit Denture first down.
Diesel Geiger. It's a name we've called quite a bit, so he's having a good game for the Falcons.
Going to give Brimhall just 9, but that's enough to get him over the century mark on just 11 carries. It has been all Snowflake all the time. I am totally reliant upon technology. Crockett, who's had 2 extra points blocked. Butler's going to remain out there and do the holding after he had a 72-yard pass that set up Camden Brimhall's legwork. The kick is away. It is up. It is good. Snowflake going to be at Blue Ridge. Last we had heard, the Yellow Jackets, I believe, had taken a lead against Santan Foothills. This is the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, NPC, lowest tuition in the state. Crockett blasts this one. It's going to make it to the end zone for another touchback.
Looks like it doesn't matter which side he kicks from.
He is equally comfortable on both. So, starting on the 20. Big crowd here at Snowflake. Every seat filled. They've had to put up some extra bleachers off. I'm out with them on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football.